Thank you, Ayla, for the introduction and also the profiling. So I hope that you can also. No, actually, I'm using another devices, guys. I'm using another devices. So because sometimes it's not working. So let me also pin my. Okay. Wait, guys. Okay. Okay, you hear me clearly, right? Can you hear me clearly, guys?
Yes, Kak.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I hope I'm audible. So hello, guys. So let me introduce myself. My name is Kore Indah. You can call me Kore. Actually, I'm the HR of your Break the Boundaries. And also I'm training and development team of Istanbul Youth Summit. Also, Korean Youth Summit, all of the program of your Break the Boundaries. Okay, I think there are some participants that I know. Suani, hi. Hi again, Suani. Welcome again. So she's wearing Istanbul Youth Summit t-shirt. I think also there is Mustafa here. I'm not sure is it Mustafa from Japan Summit or not, but I hope you also. So I hope the other participants also can open the camera, so I may know you if you are the alumni of your Break the Boundaries program. Okay, without further ado, I just want to like congratulations for all of you that already got the letter of acceptance. And then I also invite you to open the camera, guys. So maybe my team will take some video for the onboarding session for Korean Youth Summit. I give you 1 second for opening the camera because it's really interesting for me actually. Okay, can you please open camera, guys? I hope that you can open the camera so we know each other. Okay, perfect. Okay, hello. Okay. Okay, just put where are you come from, guys? Where are you come from? I mean your country. So currently actually I'm living in Konya, part of Turkey city. So yeah. Hello, merhabalar. Maybe some of you also can speak Turkish. Hello. Okay, merhaba. Yeah, that's all. Good morning. Actually, this good afternoon for my time. Maybe some of you that still in fasting because we are in Ramadan month. Yeah, happy Ramadan. And also, I just want to like, may Allah bless you and also accept your fasting. Okay, without further ado, I just want to like present something because maybe this is the first time for you, right? For know each other and then also know about the. I just want to like, may Allah. It's okay. There are double voices, I think. Okay, so can you see my screen right now? Not this one. I just want to put the screen. Okay, can you see my screen right now? I hope it's visible. Perfect. So I will start. So welcome to Korea Summit. I hope also I can join in person also in Seoul, Korea. Actually, let me introduce again myself. My name is Kore Indah. Actually, I'm HR of your Break the Boundaries, and also I'm training and development. So maybe in the few months later, and in the next few months, you will meet me every week. Actually, it's not every week. Maybe every 2 weeks because we will conduct also the pre-orientation because some of you maybe you really want to know about how to proceed your visa and then maybe we will guide you for making it. Actually, I suppose that all of the participants can proceed their visa with tourist visa. Okay, because it make you easier, guys. If you proceed the visa with like conference and then like a symposium, it will be make you difficult. Okay, so I just want to inform you that if you proceed your visa with tourist visa, it will be easier for you. And that's why I just want to let you know about the things that maybe will help you for creating and proceed your for your documents. Okay, we move on. Okay, so actually, before we start for talking about the Korean Summit itself, I just want to let you know about the organization or the foundation that create and held this event. Basically, the name of the organization is Your Break the Boundaries. So basically, we are the foundation that improve the all the things about the youth. So basically, we didn't only like giving the international symposium in some countries, but also we also give like some information about the fellowship, sponsorship, and all something like that. I just want to let you know if you what we call it, like if you're interested with some scholarship and study abroad, you can also visit our website at www.yourbreaktheboundaries.com. Okay, I think some of you still open the mic. Wait. Okay, I will mute your mic, guys. Okay, because it's disturbing other. We move on. Okay, so this is the vision and mission. Actually, this is the most bored part for talking about the vision and mission. But I just want to like make it generally. So our vision is realizing the generation, not only good in spiritual, but also in emotional and also the intellectual. I'm sorry, actually, sometimes I will look at for this part because actually I'm using like two monitors. That's why sometimes I will look here. Okay, actually, for achieve our vision, we will focus on the three things like improve the professionalism, prioritize and independent, and also guide the role and function. Okay, yeah, I think this is the most bored, but I just want to like let you know. Okay, so talking about the your break the boundaries itself. So basically, we have a lot of program. If you know, in our social media, we really like campaign about our event, right? So basically, these are the event that we will conduct for this year. So we have Middle East Youth Summit, Istanbul Youth Summit. Basically, the video that we previous shared to you is the previous Istanbul Youth Summit. Yeah, it just happened in 2025 on February. I really like to share you about our vibes in that time. So that's why I always like repeat again for the Istanbul Youth Summit video. And then your leader camp, basically, this is the volunteering program that we conduct in Indonesia, Jakarta, Indonesia. But maybe for this year, we will focus on the village in Indonesia. And then also for the volunteering program, we focus not only we invite for Indonesian youth, but also the youth from another part of the world. And then Japan Youth Summit, maybe some of you also are the alumni of your Japan Youth Summit. And then we will also conduct again for Japan Youth Summit for this year. And then also World Youth Festival, basically, beside the international symposium, we will also want to make to be a platform from the for the candidate that want to share their idea. So we held the competition, especially for business idea competition. So we held it for senior and junior category, which is the senior category are the participants that come from university and higher up. But for this junior, they are come from like senior high school, junior high school. But we will be the platform for the business idea competition. Even you didn't have any like group for making the competition, for making a group to share your ideas with, don't worry because your festival will give you some networking to make you some group, and then yeah, you will present together about the business idea that you have. And then also, this is our new program, also Youth Academic Forum. Basically, this platform is focused on the youth that really focus on academic, especially like example me. Actually, I'm the researcher assistant in my university here. So I also will be participants in your academic forum because this is very interesting for me because instead we are not only a simple international symposium, but also we can proceed our journal. So if you're interested to being part of this researcher around the world, youth researcher, I mean, yeah, you can join also for your academic forum. Okay, we move on. I'm sorry. Please let me know if I talk too fast because I really talk too fast sometimes. Yeah, you can repeat. You can ask me to repeat again if I talk too fast. So basically, for the alumni of your Break the Boundaries program, we have a lot of participants that come from around the world. Maybe you already like also saw from the video that I shared to you before. And then these are the alumni. Maybe until now, maybe we have like more than 60 countries come from. Yeah, I just want to let you know. And then these are the speakers. Actually, for the speakers, they are not coming only from the government expertise, but also the practitioner that already expert in their field. Okay. Okay, we'll move on. So now I will talk about the Korean Youth Summit itself. Actually, this is the first program of your Korean Youth Summit that organized by your Break the Boundaries. So it will be interesting, guys, because you will be the first. And then maybe we will use your photo, your video, yeah, all of the activities that you will did later. okay? Because this is the first. So I will talk about the event today, and then also the rundown, and then pre-orientation program, and then also fully funded information. Basically, as I told you before, that we will conduct this event like pre-orientation in every 2 weeks. So you don't need to worry about like how do I need to process how the process to process the visa, and then what should I know about this thing, something. Okay, so I just want to let you know. For now, especially for Korea Youth Summit, as I told you before, this is the event that organized by your Break the Boundaries. But what are the things that we will focus on this event is we will talk about the cultural for general. Okay, so I hope you also can bring and introduce us about the culture that you have, that you come from various countries, right? So I hope that we can also know each other about our culture. Okay, we move on. So this is the vision and mission that we held for this event. We hope that we can empowering your lead, and then providing platform for the youth voices, especially for global issues, and then equipping the leadership and something. Yeah, this is the most important. So I will skip these things. Okay, so for this event, we will conduct the theme about empowering your through cultural synergy. So basically, we will wait. I need to mute one of you. Okay. Okay. Who's talking now? Okay. I'm the one who can talking now. Okay. So basically, also as I told you before, we conduct the theme, and also we have subthemes that maybe you will talk and discuss later in the third day. Okay. So we will divide it you into some groups regarding your essay, and then also the subtheme that you choose when you register yourself. So we have 4 subtheme here. The first is quality of education, which is we will talk about the quality of education. And then SDGs number 8, which is talking about economy. SDGs number 9, actually this is my favorite because this is related to my background education, which is we talk about the industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And also, last but not least, actually sustainable cities and also the communities. Okay. Okay, so these are the activities that you will have in the Korean Youth Summit. So our basically our international symposium always conduct for 4 days, which is 4 days and 3 nights. And then for the first day, which is will be on June 30, it will be like airport assistant, and then registering for the hotel check-in, and also internet. Maybe we will have like some gala dinner. Okay, but we will like confirm it later where we are closer to the event. And then the second day we will have like international symposium with the global experts. So as I told you before, our expertise is not come only for the researcher, but also the practitioner that already doing that job for several years. And then the third is also the project group presentation. Actually, it's not a project, but we will discuss about the what we call it like about the culture and some things like that relate to the SDGs that you just before. I will make some detail and make some presentation, more detail about these things later when we are moved to another pre-orientation, because since we are still in the onboarding, I just want to like make some general thing so you don't confuse about what should we do after this. Okay. And then the last thing, which is the 4th day, it will be like certificate claims, which is hotel check out, and also airport assistance. Okay, we move on. So what are the program that we will conduct in the event? So we will have like global networking forum, and then panel discussion, leadership and development workshop, international youth summit, cultural sustainability ideaton, and also cultural exchange and awarding. So we will have several award that you can get, guys, in the event. Okay, so don't worry. I also will mention one by one later, because this is still like this prologue. We just like know each other, so I will not like make you confused for all the things. Okay, now this is the program mapping. So we will have like pre-event, like pre-orientation, and also webinar and seminar. And then what are the things that you need and required to do before you are going to South Korea. So yeah, I just want to like let you know we have like pre-event that you need to and require to attend for every 2 weeks. So as I told you before, we will have like pre-orientation for 2 weeks. Maybe when we are getting closer to the event, it will be like every week, because I will let you know about the information, some important information that you should know. Maybe we will conduct it when we are getting closer to the event. But for now, I can say that our pre-orientation will conduct every 2 weeks. So for now, example, we are now in 8. So maybe we will have another event for the pre-orientation orientation in 22nd. So I hope you also can attend in person, even by online. Okay, we move on. Okay, so this is the activities plan that we will conduct. Like we have like introduction, which is we currently doing now. Introduction about the Korean Youth Summit, and also pre-orientation, developing skill, mentoring, and some things like that. We have a lot of things for the activities. Okay, and then I will talk about the fully funded. So basically, the fully funded interview session is still. We still have time for that thing, so that's why I'm not talking too much about this thing, because now currently we are still in scoring your SI, guys. Actually, our the SI, I will show how we score the SI, and then for fully funded, basically you will get the interview email, and then you need to book the schedule for the second time that you also can attend, and then we will, after we already conduct the interview session, we will invite you to the Zoom, and then you will be in waiting area, which is the main room, because the interview session will be conduct in what we call it, like the breakout room. So actually, when you are waiting, I will tell you later when we are getting closer to the announcement. Okay, I think that's all for the things that I want to share. Maybe I just want to like add some points. Hold on. Fully funded. Okay, hold on. I just want to let you know how we score at ESA, basically.
What type of visa we need to go?
Wait, Begum. I will open the Q&A. I haven't finished it yet. Okay. So basically, I just want to let you know about how we score the ESI. Basically, we have like blind ESI, guys. So sometimes we didn't know about who has make this ESI, because we only know the SI, the answer, and then we give like some things, like some points, like the relevation of the topic, with the theme, and then the innovation, the creativity, and the validity, because you also need to put some validity, like the reference, right, in the form, and then also how you write it. Okay, it will take like 60% for the whole SI. And then we also, for knowing the fully funded, we are not only see and saw it from the SI itself, but also we saw from the experience, that achievement. Maybe some of you will write like, when I didn't have any experience, so you will write directly, I don't have any experience. Instead, you can like just tell brief about yourself, like I never been a winner in some competition that I had. Or you can like brief about, like, yeah, just brief. Maybe you can also, I was nominated by blah blah blah, something. Yeah, I just want to let you know how you branding yourself in the experience and achievement part. So it takes like 20% from the whole score that we give. Okay, so 60% from the SI, 20% from the how you branding yourself, especially when you write the experience and also the achievement. Last but not least, actually, we have some requirement that you need to follow, right? It's like the administration, we call it administration things. It took like, we give some effort for all the participants that take some effort also for this thing. So we give like 20%. So if they make the Twibbon, like follow and then share the information and then follow the Telegram, it also will be scored, because I know your effort. So that's why we really appreciate, and then we calculate that as a score. for the fully funded candidate. And then if you calculate like this SI 60% and then experience and achievement 20%, how you branding yourself, and then also the rules that we already give in the previous, like before you register yourself, there are some like instruction that you need to follow this, you need to make a tweet, you need to make and post it in your Instagram, blah blah blah, and also it will be calculated for 100%. So maybe if you are good in SI but you are not good in experience at administration, maybe you also will lose for losing the what we call it, like the what we call it, like first, yeah, you will lose the change for being fully funded because you are not seeing these things. And then actually basically we always choose the participants that got score more than 80 score. So 80 more than 80 you will get occasion and also change also to enter the what we call it, like the interview session. So if you otherwise, if you either you are accepted or not, we will email you guys. So just don't worry about that things because we will also announce about that things. One more left, the things that I need to tell you. Okay, wait guys, just wait for the question and answer. I will let you know later. Okay, I just want to like finish it all, so I will not forget about the things that I need to share to you. Hold on. So I just want to let you know about the agreements letter. So after you already got the LR, you got the agreement letter, right, in the website. So you need to download it and you need to sign about the agreement letter, and then you need to upload again. Hold on, I have some PPT for that things. Okay, hold on. I will forget if I'm not like share it now. Sorry guys. Wait. Okay, I think there are a lot of questions. I'm so nervous about your question. I think you will find me with a lot of questions. Sorry, I really like I will have read for the question. Okay, I will give one by one. Okay, wait guys, I still looking for the PPT that I need to share. Hold on. Okay, this one and then this one, second, I think. Hold on. Okay, please keep your question first because I need to share you something. Is there? Oh, I think there's no, it's not available here. Why I didn't get agreement letter, agreement letter. Hold on guys, just keep your text, keep your question. Keep your question, please. Is it here? Okay. Okay, so I just want to share. Basically, this is the PPT for Istanbul Summit, but actually, I just want to share. Actually, there is no different. We always make this template for our event. Oh, hold on. Where are them? Okay. Keep your question in your mind. Keep your question. I will finish it later. Let me finish it first. So actually, as I told you before, that agreement letter is required for all the participants. So you need to proceed it as soon as possible. If you want to continue for the stage, you need to submit agreement letter because we will follow up if you haven't submit it yet. And then these are the key points that you need to concern about this event. First of all, the commitment and participation. The participation must active, engage in all activities unless ill. It means like you need to join and follow the pre-orientation every day that we have. And then they are responsible for adhering the local laws and regulation. Personal activities are allowed only after the official schedule or with the committee approval. And then payment terms. Actually, this is not payment term for Korean Youth Summit. Since I told you this is for Istanbul Youth Summit, but I just want to let you know, in the payment, you need to pay for the payment, and that the fees are non-refundable, guys. Okay, and non-transferable, maybe you want to like move to another program, it's not allowed. And then raise an acknowledgement. You need to read these things. I just want to like let you know about the important point that you need to highlight before you sign. Okay, and then what else? Okay, so before you proceed the payment, I just want to like let you know, like, please ensuring seriousness and commitment, and then reduce the rate of the last minute dropouts, and then supports a fair selection process for fully funded candidate delegates. So basically, as I told you before, that our program for fully funded program, basically it will be a refund program. So you need to pay first, and then we will refund it first. Why? Because we just want to support for the fair selection process for the candidate, for the fully funded candidate. So if you accept it as fully funded candidate, and then you will like withdraw from your application, it will be not fair for another candidate that must be in your seat, right? So that's why we need your commitment to pay for the program. After that, we will conduct for the interview session, like that. And then this is the agreement letter flow that you need and required to follow. You need to go to the website www.koreanyouthsummit.com, and then click the download navigate to the document, and then after that you need to click the download, and then after that read all of the things in there. I just want to let you know, like, read all of the things, and then once you already agree with the term and condition, maybe you have some question, you can address to our admin and our team. And then if you complete it, please make sure that the signed document that already signed is not more than 2 megabytes. Okay, and then double check it, and then you need to review it, and then if finished, you can upload it, and then my team will review is that true or not. Okay, if you are if there is like feedback from our side, like maybe you forgot to assign, or there is some mistaken when you uploading the document, my team will let you know, and then let you also re-upload again for the document. Okay, I think that's all. I'm so sorry, I'm talking too fast because I'm also fasting. That's why it will be tired for me to talk too much. Okay, so I think that's all. I hope that that all the information that I gave you is clear. And I will give it back to Ayla.
Okay, before we move, thank you so much, Kapari, for the informations. And before we moving to the Q&A sessions, we are going to take a photo first. So you all can open your camera now as we going to take a photo for documentations. Okay, for the first slide, everyone has already opened their camera. So 1, 2, and 3. And for the next slide, 1, 2, and 3. For the third slide, 1, 2, and 3. And the last slide, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, thank you so much, guys. And moving on to the Q&A sessions. I hope everyone had a fantastic time meeting new people and sharing ideas. And let's take a moment to bring the focus back to our sessions for the Q&A portion. Now it's time for you to ask any questions you might have regarding the summit, the workshops, or anything else you're curious about. We've got a panel of experts here to help with any questions you might have. Please feel free to unmute yourself or drop your questions in the chat. We're happy to provide clarifications, insight, or any further details you might need to make your summit experience as successful as possible. And now we have a question from Adina from Kazakhstan.
So,
you may.
Hello. I have a question. If I am a minor, should I travel with my parent or I can go alone?
Okay, can I know how old are you, Adina?
I will turn 17. Yeah, I will be 17.
Okay, so actually it will be depend on you if you want to travel with your family, and then if you want to arrange also in the same hotel with us, you need to tell with the admin and registration team, because they need also to to arrange for your family, right? And then you will also pay for extra payment for the hotel, because your family will also have will have the same hotel as you, right? So I think that's all. I hope it answer your question.
Okay, so I can go alone.
Yeah, actually, you
Really?
can go alone if you want, but if you want to arrange with your family, that's okay. But as I told you before, if you want to separate with for the hotel, that's okay.
Uh-huh.
So there is no problem. But if
Okay.
you want to together, yeah, you can go
Okay.
out
Thank
to
you.
my team. Oh my God, you will find me with a lot of question. Oh my God.
Okay, thank you so much, Adina. Moving on, we're going to Anjana Demira. You can unmute your mic now.
Okay, thank you. I'm Anjana from Indonesia. I want to make sure a bit. I would like to ask question first. So the SI that you're talking about, that review for our fully funded, it's the SI that we have to write down at our first administration, right? So we
Right.
just have to wait for the email if we get the chance to the interview session. And the second one for the interview session itself. So basically we have to pay first and then we wait if we get a chance to interview.
Yeah,
I think.
actually, okay. Thank you for the question. Let me answer. Maybe it will be question for all the participants also. So listen carefully, everyone. Okay, I will not like repeat twice. Okay. And some of you that already raised your hand and then you want to ask the same question, and then the things that I share you after this, please don't ask the same question. Okay. So basically, as I told you before, that our program is refund program, which is after we already like score all the SI for other participants, we will email one by one for all the candidates that eligible. Like as I told you before, maybe the score higher than 80, higher or equals with 80. So after you got the email, you need to book the schedules, and then but before we conduct the interview session, actually we will check is this person already paid for the first batch or not. Okay, sometimes we give some what we call it, it's not privilege, like we give some toleration to some participants that maybe if I email you but the participants that haven't paid any cost yet, so I will ask can you give me the deadline when you can pay the payment, because we need some agreement or commitment payment for all the participants, so they will not change and then it will be fair for all the candidates. Because if you will stop your and withdraw your application during the interview session, it will be not fair with another participants, right? So I just want to like every participants will commit with their application, and then can join until the Korean Youth Summit will be held. And then basically it's not like full payment that you need to pay for the interview session, because as I told you before, we only want the commitment. So maybe you only can pay for the first for the first installment, and then you will allow to go to the interview stage. Okay, I think that's all. I hope it will be answered. And then the second payment, payment deadline, it will be like after the announcement, if I'm not wrong. So the most important thing, you need to pay for the first installment. Okay, it means then also that you will commit to join until the end, because you cannot refund for the amount, right? And then that's why we need to commit for the first installment, and then you can join for the interview session if you are eligible. Okay, I hope it will be answered. What is your name? Anjana. Okay. Okay,
Thank
then.
you.
Okay. Is there any question? Is it answered, Anjana? I hope it answered.
Yes, it answered. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect then. Oh my God, there are a lot of question and conversation in chat. Yeah, go ahead, Ayla.
Okay, Thank you so much, Anjana, for the questions. Moving on to big game, Adika Nova, you may unmute your mic now.
Begaim? Yeah, you can unmute and ask the question.
Firstly, I'm not vegan. I just using my mom's laptop. I'm IBEC.
Okay.
Um, I experienced difficulty in logging into KYS Summit platform, and
Okay.
the correct Gmail address and passwords that I believe I used for registration, the system indicates that I had not registered for the program. This is significant concern as I confident that I completed the registration process.
Repeat again. I'm not clear with your question, please.
So I did registered to the platform.
Okay, you already registered to the platform. Okay, go ahead.
But but I cannot log into the platform because shows that it's incorrect email or it's not registered email.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand your problem. So, what is your name? Repeat again. Other name?
IBEC.
I beg. Please write your name and also your email through my private Zoom chat. Okay, you can text me, right? You can text me through the chat here, and then I will let my technical team to help you. So you can re-log in again.
Okay, I before wrote that problem to your email. Carry.
Give your previous email that you registered before, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect then. So is there any question left from you?
Thanks.
Okay, then, okay, just put the email and then, yeah, give it back to Ayla again.
Okay, thank you so much for the questions. Moving on to Justin Wong from Singapore, you may unmute your mic.
All right, finally. Yes, hi, Justin from Singapore here. Thank you very much for giving us the details today and stuff. I only have one or two questions. I only have one question regarding it. Like, assuming I book everything and get through the interviews and stuff, like at what estimated time would you say that I'll get a final result? Like April or May? I couldn't hear it entirely clear.
Okay, I will answer. So actually, wait, hold on. Let me check for the timeline also. Basically, we will conduct the interview maybe on April, and then it will take like 1 until 2 weeks for interview session. Wait, let me check the wait. So it will be made clear for you. Okay, hold on. Okay. So do you have like what we call it, like the guideline, guys? Have you booked the guideline in the email? Have you got the registration guideline?
Yes.
Okay. Let me explain again for that things. Hold on. I want to share something. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen right now? Is it visible?
Okay, I see it.
Okay. So actually for the first installment, it will be, the due date will be April 15th. And then for the second installment will be May. So basically, as I told you before, that the interview announcement for the fully funded candidate, it will be the middle of the first installment. So that's why we need to check for the first installment for all the participants. And then we will let them in for the interview announcement on 20 until 30. And then for the fully funded ILSAF, it will be conducted on May at 1 till 11. So you still have time. And then I will let you know through the email. Hold on, I will give you the example of the email. So I also like to tell, I have some previous seminar before for your academic forum. So this is the example. So as you know that Korean Youth Summit is the first of our event, so I don't have any example for the email, but this is the example for Istanbul Youth Summit, fully funded. So basically, you will get the email like this, like blah blah blah, congratulations, and then basically you need to book your own calendar. You need to book your time here. Basically, we will give like second time here. There are some option in here during the time, which is it will be conduct like May 1 until 11, right? So you will see in the May 1 until 11 for the second time, and then you will get you need to pick one of them, and then you will get the automatic email that you already booked that time. And then basically when I send the email, I also put what are the things that you need to provide during the interview session. Like this example for the Istanbul Summit, we require for all the participants to make the presentation about their idea, basically, because they will looking for the social project, and then they will present for the ideas of their social project. So that's why we require them to make some presentation. Okay, so these are only the example, but I will make also another different things for the Korean Youth Summit itself. But I just want to let you know that the email will be like this. Okay, I hope it will be answered.
I guess.
Okay, is it answered?
Korea, I have a
Is there
question.
any question that you want to ask, Justin?
My
No,
question.
that'll be all.
Okay. Okay, so I will give it back to Ayla.
Korea, my question.
Wait,
Yeah.
I think you need to queue. We have some queue for asking the question. So you need to
Okay.
raise hand first because there are a lot of queue here.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Next question, please,
Okay.
Ayla.
Okay, so moving on to the next participants, it's the Upadhyaya. You can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Yes. So, before I ask my question, I just wanted to let you know that this was a wonderfully conducted session. And so, my question is, have fully funded delegates received any communication regarding the interview dates yet?
Yeah. Actually, we will send it through email. Don't worry. Whether you are accepted or not, actually, I always frequently send it. And you know, in a day we have some limitation for sending the email. That's why the announcement maybe takes some days for sending the email, because I really send it one by one to the participants. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, thank you so much, Tia, for your questions. Now moving on to Laura. Sofia, you may unmute your mic and ask your question.
Thank you very much. Well, I know that we have to pay, but I would like to ask if there is any way that it could be financed in some way for the payment.
Okay, I understand. Maybe some of you are really concerned about the payment and then also the sponsorship. But I think I cannot tell you for right now, because we are not in our onboarding session. But maybe for the next week, we will talk about how to get some sponsorship through the proposal, and then through some companies and also NGO. But for now, I cannot tell you for the detail, but we will have some session about that things. Just prepare for the next pre-orientation. I will talk about how to get some sponsorship, like the financials things. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Laura, for your questions. Now moving on to Adina from Kazakhstan. You may ask your questions now.
Yeah, I have recently asked a question about traveling alone as a minor. So I have another question about it. So should parents give an agreement, and who should I write a power of attorney for, like a permission for travel alone as a minor to another country?
Actually, I'm not sure about this requirement, Adina, because I didn't know. Your requirement, especially for Kazakhstan people for applying the visa. But if you talk about the agreement letter, actually, the agreement letter is come from your side.
Yeah.
you as a person, you are as a participant that agree with all the things that we give to you.
Because in Kazakhstan, when I travel alone, I write a permission like for my teacher, and we have travel with her.
Okay, so
So
if you
maybe,
need,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Maybe it will be like in the process when we will apply for the visa.
Okay. So if you need like some invitation, like purpose, like invitation letter and some things like that, actually I can help you for that things. Also, yeah. Just email us that you need like invitation letter to proceed all the things that you need.
Okay, I will email then.
Okay, perfect.
About this.
Okay, so we move on.
Okay, moving on to the next participant. We have Mustafa Muhammad. You may unmute your mic and ask your questions now.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to ask just a few questions. Some of them are quite short. The first, is this session going to be recorded and shared with us? I see that there's a recording in progress. Are we going to be receiving the recording?
Yeah, actually, maybe my team will send you through the email. But for my advice, guys, you need to enter to Telegram group. Let me give you the Telegram. So sometimes I also like frequently to tell you that things. I mean, I always frequently to share all the things there. Okay, I will send later.
Thank you. Then I'd like to ask about university involvement in this program. My understanding is that some universities have been included in the system and in the application process so that the students apply through the university and not directly to you. Are those students handled differently than we are in this meeting?
What do you mean with the students? I'm not clear enough for that part. Can you like repeat again?
Are there students who come into this program, into the Youth Summit, through their universities, or is it just only people who apply directly to the Korean Youth Summit that are able to travel there?
No, actually, it's maybe some of them. I can say like we have like two type of the participants, Mustafa. So basically, we come from the like partnership, which is we have some what we call like partnership with some organization and some school that from around the world, and then sometimes they send the delegates to us to go to Korean Youth Summit, but some of them are also come from regular participants that also register by themselves. So we have like two kind of these participants.
Okay, great. And then lastly, it has to do with the funded and payment process that you described earlier, just to make sure we all understand. To apply for a fully funded trip, you must first make a down payment, then take an interview, make a second down payment, and afterwards you will be assessed and you will see if you can actually join the program.
Okay, actually, let me like revise a little bit. Okay, so basically it's not like down payment, but actually it's like installment. So especially some of the participants can like make full payment, right? But some of the participants maybe they have some problem with the payment. That's why we make it like two installment here. So as you see in here in our registration guideline, so the program fee it will be like take like $660, right? Or like in rupiah, you can see the amount here, and then we divide it into first and second installment, which is the first installment will be like 330, and then basically when we already got the list of the candidate that really eligible to be fully funded, we will check them. Is that people already have the payment or not? But some of the participants that cannot fund, I will ask one by one, like through the email. Do you have any problem, or can you give me like the commitment things, like you can pay before the interview session, so I can give the schedule to you. That's why actually it's not like what we call it, like strict too much. Like if you didn't get first installment, you will not get the email, because we didn't sell from that things. But we also have like some toleration about that things. We will send them first that your ESA is really eligible to be fully funded, and then I will like let them give them the change to go to the interview session, but you need to make some commitment things like that. Actually, it's not like strict like as I told you, like if you didn't pay yet, you cannot like get anything from us. No, actually we will over, and then we will see the commitment from each participants. If they can commit, so we will let them into the interview session and then book the schedule like that, basically.
Okay, just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, then maybe I will give you like example about the participants that have some problem. Actually, I also sent for the participants that go for Istanbul Youth Summit, previous Istanbul Youth Summit. We also give them like, we inform them that your ESA is really eligible. Even the toppest of the participants that got fully funded last program is the participants that haven't accomplished for the payment. But I offer them that, can you give me like some commitment things so I can allow you to the interview session. So they gave me, and then I let them to enter like that. So actually I will let you know if your ESA is eligible. So it will be helpful that you really eligible, and you have some trust that you will get the fully funded like that.
When you say, sorry, yes, please.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
By other commitments besides the installment, what exactly do you mean? What kind of commitment? What kind of proof of commitment?
Okay, so basically, sometimes I just ask about the due date. So basically, the due date maybe on 15, and then the interview will be start on 20. And then I will ask, can you like give me the payment before 20, before you conduct the interview session? Or maybe is there any like official letter from them that they can what we call it, like, yeah, join and commit till the end like that.
Okay, so it's a commitment to make the payment and not an alternative to the payment.
No, actually it's not only the payment, but also like, yeah, actually a payment, but sometimes I give the change for the participants that really what we call it, like have some
dedicated,
interesting with the event. So we let them to go to the interview session.
Okay, thank you. And then just one last thing. If a candidate makes the installment and does the interview and makes the second installment, but is not selected for the fully funded program, do they receive a refund, for the fees that they paid?
No, actually, as I told you before, some of the participants that we cannot refund anything. So you need to join the Korean Youth Summit. Sorry, not Istanbul Summit.
Okay. Making the installment is committing yourself to joining, but just because you made them doesn't mean you get the funding. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, we'll move on to another question. Okay, we still have a time. Ameka, you're really familiar with a lot of questions. Go ahead, Ayla.
Okay, we have 3 last questions. Maybe okay. Next, Yasir Latif. You may unmute your mic and start giving
Please
your
don't ask the same question.
now.
Thanks for considering me. My question is delegate sponsorship proposal. What is KYS 2025 budgeting? How can we define budgeting?
Okay, for the budgeting, it will be depend on yourself. So if you want to like offer some proposal to some organization or like the stakeholder that you have like some connection in that, you can manage the budget based on your expense, not our expense. That's why it's still blank, because you need to adjust by yourself. But yes, you don't worry. Actually, as I told you before, that the next pre-orientation, we will talk about that thing. So I will give some example for the proposal that maybe you can learn from them. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Ayla. I think this is still azan in my zuhur prayer. So can I hold for 1 minute? Okay, I will not answer anything.
Okay.
Hello for everyone. Can I ask about the tuition that we have to pay? I mean that we were applied for a fully founded, and do we have to pay something?
Okay, Aman, maybe you could wait for a few minutes because in Kakori place is still azan.
So, hello everyone, could you hear me very well? So I'm from Kazakhstan, and first question I want to ask is, can the university help with transportation? Like after I'm already at the airport in Seoul, can you help me get taken from there to the university? Because I don't know about this process and what should I do after I'll be at the airport.
Okay, thank you so much, Erzat, for your question. For now, we are going to take a note for your questions, and Kori will answer your questions in a few.
Can you please repeat? I couldn't hear it. Who will answer?
Actually, Kakori will the one who will answer your questions. You have to wait for a few minutes first because there is still azan in Kakori place.
Oh, okay.
Are we still on questions and comments?
Rory, could you please repeat?
Are we still on questions and comments or?
I have a question.
Yes, you can. Yes, if you have a questions, raise your hand and wait for a few minutes because there is still azan in Kakori's place, so we have to wait for a few minutes.
I have a question. Yeah. What about visa support? Because Keta rejected to me approval.
Okay, thank you so much for your questions. We already taken notes for your questions, and you may take a few minutes for us to answer your questions.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So I already like took some notes here for the participants that giving me and ask me some question. So I will ask the question first from Aman, sorry. So actually, you asked about the payment. As I told you before, that after the registration payment, you need and required to pay for the event, which is it can be like have two installment, which is the first installment will be like 330 USD, and also the second installment the same amount 330 USD. But if you select this as fully funded, maybe the amount that you already paid for us, you will get also, okay, for full exclude the registration payment. Okay, I hope it will be answered, Aman. The next question is come from Erzat. Erzat, actually you asked about the airport, right? So actually for the airport, we will have like some airport assistant. So when you are coming in the cell, in the day of the summit, we will have some airport assistant to the participants that come in the first day of the summit. But if you come earlier, so we will not have any airport transfer. Okay, so we only give some airport transfer to the participants that what we call it like come in the first day of Istanbul. Sorry, for Korean summit. I'm sorry, I just like finished for the Istanbul summit and haven't moved on yet. Okay, the next question is come from KBU. I didn't know the question. I didn't know the name because it's like acronym name. So you asked about the visa support. As I told you before in when I present something, actually I hope that all the participants can proceed the visa with tourist visa. Why? Because it will be easier for you guys. Because when you apply for tourist visa, it will be easier for you, and also it will be what we call it like, yeah, make you easy for all the things. Because when you ask about the like agreement letter, for symposium, you will require to get the notary letter, and then yeah, it will be more difficult for you. But I guess that you can offer the visa. But for invitation letter, actually we can offer it, but only the invitation letter that come from our side. Okay, not only for the third party. Okay, we only cover for the official letter from our Korea Youth Summit event. Okay, as the organizer. Okay, I think I hope answer all the things.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Kori. Moving on to the next participants, we have two participants left who have questions. First, Islam, you may unmute your mic and start. Islam, you may ask your questions now.
Excuse me, Islam, sorry. From where we can download the video of recording of this?
Team will send. My team will send through the what we call it, through the email. Okay, don't worry.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. Islam, do you want to ask the
Islam,
question, or I will refer you to Swani for the change?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, Swani, you go first.
Yeah, hi everyone. Look, sorry, firstly, my voice is pretty shot because I've just come back from the Istanbul summit. That way, and it was like minus 15 degrees and snowing, and I'm back in New Zealand, which is 26 degrees. So I got sick, but like a lot of the questions that I'm not on the committee, just kind of like as a side note, I'm not on the committee for YBB, have no affiliation, but I've seen some of the comments and it kind of reminded me when our organization first engaged with YBB, when we first heard about these summits, and we had all the same questions. And at the time, like it looks like a little bit of a logistical nightmare. And it wasn't until we actually attended the very first summit that we went to, which was actually in Japan. That was the very first YBB summit we went to, where it kind of like all made sense. like all this background organizing, and when you're like having to coordinate so many countries with diverse personalities, with different visa requirements, and it's like a real logistical nightmare to navigate. But one of the things that we kind of like solidified as an organization and as a group after we went to that first summit was like, you really need to go into it like not even thinking about the scholarship. Like, if you really want to go for professional development, for some amazing networking, some really incredible guest speakers, and at a price that we believe is actually really good, because when we came to your guys' first summit, what we paid, and our economy is like really bad, inflation, and what we got was like, I remember pulling one of your committee members aside and being like, how do you guys afford this? Because like, this is way more than what we actually invest in. Like the quality of the hotels, the airport assistant pickups and drop-offs, the meals that you guys provided, the tourism excursions that you guys provided, and the quality of the summit itself, and all of those little things that you get with the summit packs. It was kind of like, what the heck? You know, because we go to a lot of our organization, we travel young people, young leaders all over the world for different summits. But that was our first time where we were like, let's try YBB because it looked really great. But the organization, like coming into these meetings, we were like so skeptical, you know, at first, you know, but I got it afterwards, you know, when we first came, which is the reason why we decided to keep bringing back our young leaders to your summits. And out of all of them, the Istanbul one that we just came back from was hands down, out of any conference and summit that we've been to, even the best one we had been to today, was absolutely incredible. And so this is more so to give kind of like people who are like thinking about, shall I go or not? Like you really have to go and like not even thinking about the scholarship. We come to these summits, our team from New Zealand, always self-funded. So when we commit to going, we're like, nah, we're going to fundraise, we're going to use those acceptance letters, and we're going to capitalize on those letters and secure funding within our own countries to get us there. And we always do that. And if by chance our applications seem to like, you know, be like amazing and get over the line and one of our people ends up getting a scholarship, then that's just a bonus. But otherwise, we always go into this kind of like, no, we're going to invest in ourselves and our leaders, and we're just going to fully fund ourselves, or we're going to use those letters. And every single time, because the letters that you guys provide us, those acceptance letters are really well done, they always get us over the line, and we always manage to secure funding, you know, through corporates or local funders, one way or the other. And no, we've never received a scholarship. Our applications haven't been good enough yet because there's so many clever delegates that apply to this, which is fine and good on them, you know. And I've seen all the delegates that have received scholarships from previous summits. And when they've stood up and spoke, I was like, yeah, well deserved. That person definitely needed to be funded. And so, yeah, I kind of just wanted to put that out there for people, and like anybody off the side who wants to ask any questions from a non-biased person who is not connected to this organization about our personal experiences, even the funding, the money side of things, like, because I've seen a few comments already tonight, like, is this a scam? It doesn't seem logical. Yeah, it doesn't on the offset, but once you kind of get to understand how things go and why things happen the way they are because of the planning that's involved in the background. But when you see it executed in real life, it all makes sense. Yeah. And so that's really the only thing I wanted to add to this. Really not a question, just a comment to the conversation. As a New Zealand group that always attends your guys' summits, and this is exactly why we're coming to the Career Summit now, you know, because the way you guys are amazing, the way you guys execute things, you know, on the ground, albeit it can get a bit messy, like the pre-orientation, because you're dealing with so many people. But once you get there, it is well worth it. And the speakers at that last summit were amazing, incredible, came away with so many takeaways. It was awesome. That was basically it. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, Swati. This I will give you love for this. Thank you so much for giving like the testimony and also the advice for the Samia that really have some doubts. You see, you heard Swani, right? That if you want to like invest yourself, especially for international symposium, maybe you also like have to like spend some money for your side. I mean, from your side, even you are otherwise you are accepted or not as fully funded, as Swani told before that they are come from New Zealand. It's really far from Istanbul part. Even they are got the winner because I saw their hard worker as the group, and he won actually the MVP for the Istanbul Youth Summit was from New Zealand for the Istanbul Youth Summit in previous. But we saw the what we call it, like the enthusiast, and then how they invest themselves with funding, and then even for the flight ticket for Istanbul to the New Zealand is not cheap enough, right, guys? So
No.
very far, right? So that's why I
And do you
think
know what?
Mhm.
You know what
Right.
happened when we came back from that summit?
Uh-huh.
Because we obviously we took out and we won the social project idea, but
Mhm.
we had no money to get that project off the ground. When we got back, people had heard about it, corporates, and because of the newsletters you guys did, we actually had 2 major corporates in New Zealand approach us to fund it. So we're working through with that at the moment, and that never would have happened if we hadn't been engaged or had the opportunity to come to the summit and go through that process. So it's
Correct.
pretty incredible, yeah. So hopefully at the next, we intend to come to the next summit next year and hopefully come back with the product designed and
I hope.
developed from
I
what
hope.
we, yeah.
Hope the best then. Thank you so much, Shani, for the advice for the yacht that maybe you can heard also from her. I mean the testimony, and then what their experience in Istanbul Yacht Summit. Thank you so much, Shani, for the additional things. Okay, I will give it back to Ayla then.
Okay, thank you so much, Wani, for your advice and for your questions. Moving on, we have Adesh from India. You may ask your question now.
Yes. Now I have become more excited after listening to Swani.
Thank you, Swani.
Yes. I had a question that, as you said, we have to apply for the tourist visa. And in order to apply for the tourist visa, we have to provide the itinerary to the embassy. So when will we get to know, or will we get to know about the where are we staying and all of the stuff to just provide itinerary?
Okay, so for the itinerary, maybe I will update for the next 2 weeks. So I hope Adesh, you still have time, right, for proceed this, because we also still working on that paper. So I hope that you still have time for waiting us for the things.
Yes, sure, sure. I just had a doubt, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
No problem. Whenever you done with it.
Perfect. Okay, Ayla, I think I need to close the meeting since since we already took 2 hours. So if you still have any question, you can rewatch. I hope that this remaining question are like the same question. But if you still have a question, you can address to the email. Sometimes I will show the email, so that's why don't don't forget to just email us for the koreanyouthsummit@gmail.com, and then I will let you answer your question. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so sorry for Aida, Soha, and Sansai, and Rivalso, because limited of time we can answer your questions. But don't worry, you can address your questions to our email or our official social media. We will reply as soon as possible we got the message. Okay. Thank you for all your questions and your